Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? A little gap fill action down to 184, 185 here. Gap fills like right down here. How's everyone doing? Let me get some music going in my background because otherwise it feels weird. I'm just sitting here. All right. How's everyone doing? What's up, guys? I saw Cliff in here quick. I saw 7-2 offsuit. What's up, Greg? Vladimir. How are we doing? We have this gap fill that I'm watching. I need that first candle, but it's gap fills like right down here. I think you can short and try to get down here, this area. What's up, KB? I really want to get in a short. Target 190s. I really want to take the short. All right. It ran away from me. haven't pulled the trigger. Oh, you guys short? I think you're going to get this 190, at least to 200. Yeah, the gap fill is the gap fill, right? It's 184. 184.25. The other thing you could short against previous day's high at 250s. Yes, very strong off the open. I took Visa calls yesterday. There we go. All right, I'm going to take it. Starter. Oh, it's so frothy. All right, I added. Move this up just a little bit more. All right, let's see if we can crush this thing back down. There we go. Come on. 245, my average. SPX is going to break under this level right here. Right here. It's a little too frothy. Surely we don't have 2 days in a row with no gap fill. I felt this right here, Cliff. Yeah, I am not a fan of trading all-time highs. Come on, get under this level. I don't like how that candle closed up here. May have to wait like 20-30 minutes for this to like cool off and then get the gap fill. It's right on the fringe of these two statistics, so either way, it is probable. I don't like how strong it is here out of the gate, though. Holding the EMAs, it's probably going to push higher first. Very high probability on buy. Very, very high probability on SPY. This isn't the best look right here, to be honest. Oh. This EMA holding. Be better short underneath. SPX gets back underneath the level. We need a rejection here. Take the stop, I can get back in. Let's see, Nvidia's not doing much of anything. Apple's strong out of the gate. AMD, Palantir strong. Google and Microsoft are weak. Broadcom a little bit weak off the open. Meta's weak. Amazon's right at the opening price. Apple's strong. All right, we got ES underneath, so I feel a lot better about the trade. All right, come on, yeah, start pulling in. M&Q looks so different than NQ right now. These wicks. Should probably go a little bit lighter and leave more room. But the danger is it pops up here and sweeps this pre-market high and then comes down. Then you take a stop out either way. On this one, I took a stop loss. I've got a stop loss like 20, 25 points or so. The reason being, it's just we're at the open. It's very volatile. If it stops me out, it stops me out, but I can get back in. I don't want to risk risk up here and it gets really frothy. Shoots up here, stops you out for a bigger loss. I'd rather. I don't know. It's kind of tough. It's more of a fill thing for me. I really don't want to go any higher than right here. And this is basically a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. It's tough. I gotta keep an eye on this gap fill right here because if this fills, come on, start coming down. You gotta trim it like VWAP 202. Or 210. Do I trim 210? I don't know. 210 worries me, and then VWAP, and then full target. So we'll see. But the statistics that we fill these gaps are pretty high. Really need to get under this opening price. Looks a little bit too strong still. Microsoft is drilling. Nvidia is still at the highs. All right, Amazon, Broadcom, Meta new low. Tesla strong. Microsoft, I already mentioned that one. Google's turned around a little bit. Yeah, this is too strong. Buyers are definitely present. Agree. Come on, there we go. Come on down. If I see this fill, I will be trimming if we don't get there yet on NQ, just to play it safe. Come on, get back under. Where's that gap filling? Yes. $788. Cliff. That's funny. All right. ES is doing it. NQ still too strong. Nvidia is making a new high. The divergence has been just terrible lately. All right. BS fills the gap. I've got to trim. Come on, NQ. Get weaker. Oh. It's too strong. I don't know why I'm fighting it. Come on. Drop it. Drop it. This is a uneventful open so far. Yeah, Cliff. I'm just... Yesterday, this gap didn't fill. Surely, 2 days in a row, we don't leave a gap. Surely. But crazier things have happened in this market. This gap made sense to leave. That made sense. This one's a lot smaller. They're just not going to make it easy, are they? Doesn't help that the video just keeps pushing. Palantir strong. At least Google is weak. Apple's still pretty strong too. Oh well, stats are the stats, right? All these bottom wicks make me nervous. The video will not slow down. We're sitting right here at break even. The SPX is still below level, but we're pushing up too hard on NQ. So the other thing will be is we go up here somewhere, then you gotta this previous day high, you gotta fell back below it, and then you short it. It's too strong. Don't go back over 750. If FTX goes over 750, it's not a good sign. The stats don't change though. I mean, it's one of those where like, how much drawdown do you want to sit in? But I mean, the stats are the stats. Probably short ES right here too. Try to get 10 points. Come on, push it down. Why isn't the video so strong? Literally, it's just NVIDIA. Yeah, I just have a feeling they're going to go take me out, and then it's going to play out after. On the video, just pull back to like the EMAs. Just give us a chance here. Previous day closed gap fill, that's what I'm looking for. We have data this morning. For the Fed Bostic, his speech will probably get released. There's the first 30 minutes. Could have waited till now to try the short. The ES short's much cleaner. Come on, NVIDIA, pull back. Biggest stock in the whole market wants to be strong, and everything else is trying to pull in. IWM coming down. Exxon and Energy are coming down. Meta new low. Palantir's flying. Yeah, Meta's drilling. ES is going to finish. I'm going to have to trim way too early. Because if ES fills this gap, I don't want to stay in this that much longer. VWAP. Don't bounce on VWAP. We did break the 30-minute orb at least on ES. I think it depends on the data, like the BLS data, the federal government level data we won't have, right? But like ISM and Michigan and well, I don't know about Michigan. Like ISM and S&P Global, they still put out theirs. But I'm assuming there's no CPI or PCE or PPI or any of those. Nashville Chamber of Commerce is where Fed Bostic is speaking. Come on, give me a flush, just one little flush down. No, fingers on the trigger. What happened to my internet? Well, as soon as I see this candle light up, I'm trimming. It's close enough. I'm gonna have to start trimming here. 25 points or so. Where are we at? If this pushes back up, I just just pack it up and walk away. This is gonna be one of those days. Come on, fill that gap. Wow, brutal. Right back to my entry almost. Well, it's one of the most uneventful gap fill mornings. Oh, I don't like this look right here. We really couldn't fill this gap by 1 point. Not even on SPX. SPY still had some room. They're gonna go stop me out. What a bunch of jerks. Oh, boring morning. Still under previous day's high, so we're okay on that. But price action isn't what you want to see to try to get that gap fill. This reaction was not good. They're gonna come stop me out, aren't they? So short ES or just walk away. Watch this come fill this gap, and we're going to be sitting up here. I'm going to get like a 10-point trade. Better than a 20-point loss, but ES is doing the right thing. NQ is just too strong for some reason. It all depends on your style, Jennifer. I agree with what Cliff said in there in the chat. ES moves a little bit slower, less volatile, but each point is worth a lot more. So if things do get moving, like it can go for you or against you pretty. That was interesting. NQ is more volatile, so you got to be a little bit loose. I think you can play ES tighter. Wow, this is gonna be so dumb when if this gap fills. Hey, this looks like a long. on NQ. ES does not look like really anything just yet, but we haven't filled the gap. IWM is getting hit hard. Energy is rugging. Like 45 minutes in, we've gone sideways the entire time, basically. And what do we have? A 50-point range. We're sitting right in the middle of it. I'm about to have to trim because we're going to fill this gap over here, and NQ's still way up here. Oh, come on, ES. What are we doing? What? I'll take a look at all that. As soon as I click off, like we're going to get that gap fill on ES. And that's what I'm going to base this trim off of. Microsoft and Meta could be bear flags. That will help. Good afternoon, CryptoCam. How you doing, lad? It's my man over there, CryptoCam. I feel like Degen's a little misleading. I feel like you're not that much of a Degen. But great, smart crypto guy. Well, markets in general, but definitely a smart crypto guy. I think you meant bollocks, but I'm with you, Willie C. Funny you came in with that right before Cam jumped in the chat. Bollocks. These markets are not. Yesterday, I could not, for the life of me, get on the right side of the trade. I had a win in the morning, and then I could not. I took 3 more tries throughout the day. I could not get on the right side of the trade yesterday. For the life of me. This is the slowest gap fill I've ever tried to play. I mean, neither one is moving. Right, it's literally right here. It wasn't even. It's not even a point lower on SPX. Nvidia's getting strong again. I don't know, I just gotta trust the statistics, and ES should get there for sure. Since that one's getting there first, I'm gonna take a big trim. $10 that first hour too. Come on, yes. Come on. It does feel like we have a small opening range. I've just been hovering over this button to trim over here. Normally I set levels, but it's like gonna be right around 225 probably. We're under. Just drop it. What are you guys doing? IB in 8 minutes. Cam, I saw our buddy Alpha trying to split the G at the airport this morning. Come on, yes. This is so brutal. It's 3 ticks away. Come on, just give me 220, like right here. Now Microsoft's gonna break back up. I'm at that point where I almost just want to get out of the trade. It's tough, like it's tough to balance the trade's not happening, but it needs to happen. Is that the gap fill on yes? Yeah. Spy's not quite there. Oh, the guy's bringing my gas. All right, one second, guys. I have a gas delivery of all things. Boy, chalk that one up. One second, guys. All right, we got yes played out. I need to trim. Worst timing possible for them to bring gas. We have like gas tanks here that get replaced. All right, Spy fill the gap. I just took a trim. This guy's playing Mexican gangster rap right now. It's pretty awesome. I'll be right back, guys. I heard order fill go up. All right. All right, guys, I'm still hanging out here. Guys, like bringing a gas tank down for me. All right, I just got. We need this gap fill on QQQ 190. I have full target at 190 down here. Be 55 points total. I just took 2 trims. All right, be right back. Literally, worst case scenario right now, guys installing my gas tank, but we got not quite full target, but we're almost there. But two trims, I'm out 2/3. We'll go full target. I'm doing 190. Tell you what, some of these traders online are, they have their Lambos and their whatever. I'm just a regular dude. I just trades. IV does say we go lower, KB. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you guys. But you guys know the trade. So there, we're up 30 points basically. We got a trim at 210, and we're looking for 190. We ain't kidding there, Bitcoin. I've got a baby toddler. Some dog is barking. People installing a gas tank right now. And still trading. Fun times, huh? Hey, this is what real life looks like. I don't care what other people show. Whoa, just in time. Here we go. Did we hit my order? We didn't hit my order. All right. Sorry, guys. A lot going on over here. Kind of maybe not overtrade, honestly, stepping away like that for a second. Boom, there it is. Full target. 55 points. I am out. Nice cover. All right. We're like right there. I ran that because I had that 190 level. I'm out. I'm out. What a great trade. There we go. Yeah, IndieX hasn't filled yet. Did QQQ fill? No. It's a nice little 55-point trade to start the day. It took forever to happen, but here we are, guys. Boom, 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 boom. It's going to be a good day, Tater. You want to re-enter to try to get another one? All right, now after that gap fills, guys, my other son's gonna come say hi. What's up? You want to say hi? Here we go. Say hi. Look. Say hi. Can you say hi? Look, there you are right there. Say hi. All right, we gotta go back to trading, okay, Bubba? I don't blame you for wanting to re-enter, KB. After the gap fills, I have to try to look. I have to try to look bullish. Let me get a tablet in this kid's hand. So Bitcoin, I got in the trade because we had fills that were high probability on both the SPX. So 2 layers of confluence. We had I had the wrong mic going this whole time too, guys. Making money, I'm just all over the place over here. On SPX, you had the gap fill. We opened here and pushed up. This was like a key level, 750. It's also where the high was the other day. So I was saying, as long as we stay under this, we have a high probability. It was like 90% to fill this gap, right? NDX has the same gap, and we're about to fill it right now. All right. Yeah, sorry, Bitcoin. Just full dad mode is activated right now while the baby's so small. All right. So it was basically because of the gap fill, right? I wasn't even worried about the sweep of the high as much as I was, like, because we opened and pushed, but I was looking for the gap fill. If we look, hold on, let me get this pulled back up here. So if you look, the gap fill on SPY and ES, you see the size is 0.14. If we go by size, I know um 91% of the time. 34 times and 31 it's filled. Now in QQQ and NQ, the gap was a little bit different. It was 0.21, which right here it's like a 50-50 shot, but okay, 0.22. But that's barely even into this category, so it's really close to this category. So I kind of just mix the two data points and go, I think it's going to fill. But that's why I was trimming when ES filled the gap. But I think you're going to get this next gap fill here now. And then after that, I have to try to be bullish. We've already, well, I don't have to be bullish. What I would say is we've already played out all the bearish things here. We've broken IB low, which I saw KB was calling that out. Fill this gap, and we're at a pretty big level. If you look left on NQ, this gap fill is right at all these lows back over here, these highs from overnight, and then this whole consolidation over here the other day, or the other night, I guess. Yeah, this 170 to 190, I guess, would be the zone.
170 to 190. But yeah, I apologize for being in and out. I've got had an extra kid here today and the gas delivery, which in order for me to have a hot shower and a hot meal, I need that gas. So just happened to time out for them to show up right now. But either way, is it soup time? It's actually not hot here, Bob, but I can only eat soup if I am sick or if it's like freezing outside, and it's not freezing for sure. But how about that exit at 190, huh? Still have the gap to fill, but this gap was 50-50. It doesn't have to fill. If it does fill, I'd feel better about playing the other side, but until then. We are a little extended from here. A little bit extended. So if I'm just looking at this, we have the retracement play to 222. If this bounces here, then I'm looking for a long, probably back to IB low and to this spot. We kind of already played that out here. Let me go to the smaller time frame and see. I think we did. No, we have not played the retrace out on this either. Here comes your gap fill. All right, there's the gap fill in NQ. Gap fills on NQ. Come on, QQQ. Come on, see this candle light up. Nice second short there. Who was that? KB, did you re-enter? We really stopped like a penny short on NDX and QQQ. All right, got that tweeted out. Focusing on the gap fill and break play. In break play. Then the retracement plays a nice way to structure the first 9 minutes or so. Yeah, Mario, I actually really like just that general progression. So do we have a gap fill and an IB to play, and then do we have a retracement? There's the gap fill. So now you long. And you try to get back to like right here. That's the game plan, right? So on NQ, you long. $207. All right, so I took the long. So what about the Monday gap? Yeah, so yesterday on QQQ, the gap was big enough. I did not expect this to fill, right? This gap was so big because, let's see, remind me what it was. We opened here, 8.86% gap. That's not a high probability to fill. Now on, what's it called on SPX? I really thought this gap was going to fill yesterday on SPX, and it's right here. Sorry, my son let me know my wife's home. Mommy's home. Okay, thank goodness. I'm back focused now. All right, Monday's gap. This gap, look, this was brutal yesterday that this didn't fill. Now, for example, 9 times out of 10 something happens, or 7 times out of 10 something happens. I mean, this gap yesterday, 0.27. I am long too, by the way, in case you guys missed that. So that category actually hasn't been filling that much on SPY, which is very interesting. That's actually crazy low. Right, I added down there when I averages 182. All right, let's see if we can get to 205. Let me go back to NQ over here. All right, so why am I long now? Okay, so all the morning stuff played out, but we have a statistic for retracement. Let me go to that. So one of them is just price action. Hold on, let me get to what's in play over here. And we'll go to NQ because that's what I'm long. What I'm looking for is this level right here, this back test here, and then this level right here. IB by retracement. So if you go to your IB report, you have multiple reports. The IB by rejection is my favorite. High forms first, low forms first, and what happens? But here's the stats on this. When you break down, is that big enough for you guys? I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Here we go. All right, right here on the right side. This is IB, initial balance by retracement. So if you go to your initial balance report and then you report by retracement, when you break down, you come back to the 25% retracement level 69% of the time. So it's basically 7 out of 10 times. So here, we've broken this. We should come back to here. So this candle right here broke. If I go to a smaller time frame, this candle broke the IB on this candle. We should come back to this level. So I'm looking for it to come back up here again, and then 69% of the time we come back to this level. So that's where I'm looking for it to come back to. So right at 220. The 30-minute orb I know is at 217, so that's where I'm going to front run it. But that's the idea in the trade. Okay. Don't really like how the price actions. This one, like, this isn't like a super high confidence play, but we should at least make it back into the EMAs. That's the other piece I'm thinking. We also had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red candles in a row on the 15-minute. So we should look to get a bounce here. We did break previous day's high. So some more confluence here. Previous day's high broken. We should close above this level. Doesn't mean we have to like hold this level. We could go down here and then still come back up here and make that stat true. But when you break previous day's range, you typically close green, which means this is yesterday's close right here where we filled the gap. We should close above that today. It's just another probability to keep in mind. We got 30 more minutes. So that's a high probability. The other one I was talking about, previous day's range. I don't look at the orb that much, so let's pull these up. We're making a new low, which isn't super fun. Previous day's range. This 170 I know is kind of a level. So I'm hoping we bounce here. Previous day's range, 86% of the time we're going to close above this spot right here. So like I said, we can wick down here, but we should come back up into this area. Oh, where's my 25 points? So if we get stopped at 160, we get or 150, we get stopped at 150. Oh boy, I'm gonna get stopped. Probably gonna go to the pivot point. Dadgummit. I moved my stop because I think it should come back. It's gonna stop me out, and then I'm gonna have to get back in. This may want to go fill that gap from yesterday. Yep, I got stopped. I'm willing to try it again, probably right here. Hold on, let me see where we're at. Well, this is drilling hard. See if we can put in a bottom wick down here in the sweep. $110, maybe we get a bounce play there. All right, now we're starting to get really overextended here. Boy, I wish I would have kept. I'm going to try to play a bounce. Hold on, guys. This thing's moving quick. There's yesterday. Did we fill yesterday's gap? Yeah, we did. Right there. SPX just filled yesterday's gap, I think. No, not quite. It's like 1 point away. This is aggressive. Yeah, I mean, well, you start to break previous day's range, then I go look for that. All right, let's try a little relief bounce here. Let's get back to 110. What a sell off. I didn't hear any news. I don't know if you guys did. It looked like it wants to drill further. The more it overextends, the better bounce we'll get. Let's see if this extends a little bit lower first. It's right in the middle of Monday's gap now. We're kind of no man's land. I didn't see any news on this. No, they don't. They don't track previous day gap fills, but I like where your head's at. Yeah, I don't want to really touch this in the middle of this gap. We're so overextended. Let me see if we get like one more candle like this, and then I don't really want to sit in the middle of this gap fill though. We get back over it though. Oracle's reportedly struggling to profit from running out NVIDIA chips. We didn't fill yesterday's gap on NDX. We did on SPX. So yesterday's gap on SPX was right here. We filled that one. NDX we did not fill yet. Where is that on NQ? Gosh, it's all the way down here. That opening range was so small, and we got a nice expansion. I can't really do anything here because, I mean, we're right at yesterday's low intraday, and we just, I mean, this was the gap. That gap's just still sitting there, but we are overextended from all this. The overnight lows 122.25. Yeah, I'm okay waiting this out. I think it's probably still a short. I hate to say that, as overextended as it is, it's impossible to say that. Maybe you catch up to the MA9. Probably reshort this, or this comes down. This is turning into a bearish engulfing type of day. The other problem is we took this high, so we should close above this. But now since we took the low, that's kind of like we should close under it. Yeah, I can't long or short here with much confidence. It was tricky to time that bounce play. I So did Oracle just get pounded into the ground? Oh, wow. Yeah. Netflix doesn't care. I think we're gonna go for that gap below us. I really do. But it needs to like come up here and reject first. Unless this 110, 120 area becomes an issue. $130 maybe. Almost need a green 15-minute candle before I like it. It's so hard not to click a trade here. I want to click a short so bad. But I hate how overextended it is. So Oh, gracias. Yep. My thought is we're gonna fill this gap. It's about 90 more points. Looks like a lowercase h. I thought it would bounce much harder than it did, Bitcoin. Would have made the trade a little bit easier. Couldn't even get to the MA9. But if this thing could catch like right here, 65 or something, and then big old gap to fill down here. You don't fill it one day, a lot of times you come back in the next day or two. So you might catch and hold right here on this tweezer or wick below it, but I think this is going to continue. And I think we're going to fill this gap. The problem is you have all these 15-minute red candles in a row. So you really need to get a green one. If you put in a higher low right here, the market didn't like that Oracle headline. So the thing is, if you the Oracle headline basically says if you or they're struggling to make money with all the spend that they've done. Internal Oracle data show financial challenge of renting out NVIDIA chips. All right, new lows. Let's fill this gap. Fill the gap. If it extends fast and fills the gap, then I could feel better about playing along. What is this level? 535? SPX, you're probably going to come to 6,700. What? That's all it took to spook the market. On NQ, I have it at 97. There's an unfilled overnight gap, yeah, down at like 82. Sunday's opening gap. Good eye on that. Nice. I'm glad you passed that eval. The short, it's tough to short with price action that overextended. This was a tough short. But just, I mean, as this caught back up, and the fact that we're sitting this giant gap right here, right? Or right in the middle of it. Really, the gap is from up here to here, the full gap, but the part that's unfilled is here. So this is like right in the middle, half gap. Probably add right there if you wanted to. Come on, let's finish that gap fill. I'm over my time on the stream. There you go. There you go. There's your pivot point. So if you're short, take a trim there. There you go. Go ahead and fill out all those gaps. If we do just go ahead and hurry up fill this gap, it'll be a nice overextension too. It also is going to line up with 6,700 SPX as support. There you go. We're almost there, guys. Here, let me put a line right here. That way you can see it clearly. This is going to be super overextended though once we get down here. I hope you have resting orders. Also watch this 6750. It's actually going to be like 48 on ES. If you're trading ES, SPX 6700 is going to be potential support. All right, we're almost there. We need 20 more points. I might have closed out my puts a little too early a while ago. Weekly open target. Yeah, I mean, that's basically. Oh, that's right here. We're basically there. I'm running out of daylight quick on my stream, guys. I'm over my time, but I really want to see if this is going to fill. That is a little bit of a tweezer right on that previous all-time high. All right, guys, I can't sit here any longer, but this is your support areas. So NDX, you're looking for a little bit lower. Finish filling that gap on NQ. You have 96, and you have basically this 82 to 85. $67.48 on ES. Doesn't have to go there, but that's, you don't want to see this hold here. All right, guys, I got to shut down. I mean, I think your full target's going to be, I mean, unless the market really hates this news, full target's right here. Previous day's low, 995 and 982. That'd be my main targets. And that lines up with NDX gap fill right there. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. Hope you guys crushed it. I haven't really done a whole lot since the gap fill. I took the 1-low loss in between. I scalped a little bit here and there, but have a little slight green day. And I'm out of here. I appreciate you guys. I'll be back on Thursday morning.